I give you this testimony. Many of you may have heard me share it before. Preaching second time in South Africa. I was ministering, and there's a young guy in the crowd. Anything I say something that touching, he will stand up. Telebos! He will raise his leg. He will raise one leg. Telebos! He will sit down. And he behaves. Initially I was getting angry, but later I started enjoying it. Telebos! Once, twice. So, you know, when there's too much noise in a place, when it goes silent, you start missing noise. When it stopped, you started missing it. You will stand again. Telebos! He will sit down. So people around him, you know, members can be very angry. Now let you there. Sit down. You can see people angry. He was there. Telebos! He will sit down. Second service, second night, second day morning. The Lord said to me, call him out. I called him out. The Lord said to me, tell him to give everything he has. Now, child of God, I'm very, there are things that are hard for me to say. I started battling. How do I say this thing now? How do I say this? And I told him, God said, give all you have. He put hand in his pocket and brought out rand, 50 rand in the whole world. He said, this is all I have. I look at him. I said, tomorrow now, this one will go and tell people, this man of God made me give all I have. He won't tell them how much. So he came. I said, drop it. He stood on the altar. He was looking at me, looking at the money, looking at me. I said, drop it. He said, everything. I said, yes. Look at me. Look at the altar. Look at me. So I walked away. I kept on preaching. So when he sat down in the evening, I was expecting kelebos. There was no kelebos. All I preached, I was expecting. I said, brother, are you happy? Are you okay? The brother said, yes, he's fine. No kelebos. He was looking at me like this. Look at me. Watch me like this. I'm sure in his mind what must be said was, oh ye thief, holy. I'm sure I didn't say that verbally, but the way he was looking at me in his mind, I could read. So I just ignored him. I was laughing. I said, look at this one, 50 rand. You are looking at me. If I can even give you your money back, sir. So I did that. 9 months later, I went to preach in South Africa. I landed at the airport in Johannesburg. A car. I was going out. I saw a car. So the person pressed the button. Beep, beep. The car didn't open. It opened on top like this. So we had to enter from the top. So when it opened, I shouted, the blood of Jesus. So he said, Papa, you have not seen this kind of car? I said, it is well. If I say I've seen the car, I'm lying. If I say I've not seen it, I'm a bushman. So it is well. So I just say it is well. And we enter the car. He will drive. He will look at me. He will drive. He said, Papa, it's like you forget faces. I said, forgive me, I don't know. He said, you can't remember me? I said, no. And he screamed, Telebos! I said, but your stomach, it look big this time. Belay has come. Not be so you be. Now money never come. You think you are beautiful? Let money come. Some of you look at yourself in the mirror and you think you are not beautiful. You are. It's money when it comes. So what happened? What happened? I said, what happened? And he narrated the story to me. And it was detailed to be my protocol. He was the one carrying me in his car. The first service was heard. Second service in the evening, heard. And the next day in the morning, I noticed, focus on me. His offering they are dropping. This is not sacrifice. Focus on me. I noticed as I was carrying him, his face changed the second day morning. Second day morning, his face changed. I said, why did your face change? He said to me, say, Papa, you have not called sacrifice the way you do me that day. He said, come, you have not done it. I said, no, that thing we don't do it all the time. Oh, God has to lead us. This one I'm not led. He said, be led. Oh, be led. When you did that, my life changed. So I'm prepared. Be led. I wasn't led despite all he said. So I had to tell the people what he said, and the crowd came out to sacrifice. Child of God, anything you cannot give God, you cannot become bigger than. When I began to give cars, I became bigger than cars. I began to give land, I became bigger than land. I began to give. I think the only thing I can't give now is my wife and my children. There's nothing that has value. Nothing. I mean nothing. Am I talking to somebody here? Nothing. My dry cleaner was washing my clothes. He stays in my house one time. Anytime you watch, you pack money. Say you forgot it. You pack money, you forgot it. You pack money. Say, so why do you forget? I said, not because it's too much. No, it's because my mind is not there.